Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're hopping into the Black Blade training round 3 against Mihawk, the 8-star difficulty 60 stamina event. So in today's video, I do have 3 teams for you guys today. Now, the first team that we are going to be hopping into is a Kaido Jack team with full free-to-play subs. So if you guys are looking to get a little bit of XP, as well as doing a very fast run, this team works very, very well. Now, as I mentioned, all the subs are free to play. Obviously, Jack being a legend and Friend Kaido being a legend means that it isn't a full free to play team. But we are using the Zunisha ship as well, as we are rocking mainly Powerhouse and Cerebral units. But the big reason that we want the Cerebral is, the Zunisha is because we want to hit perfects easier. Now, with this piece of content, it's not exactly the hardest piece of content that's going around. It did obviously come out about a year ago, so it's not exactly super tricky. But in saying that as well, it is still a 60 stamina event. Even though it is only 8 stars, it isn't super easy as well. But basically, to get it done, if you do want to farm it fast, just bring a friend Kaido. If you have your Kaido yourself, bring a friend Captain Kaido. You're going to get it done very, very quickly. So as you can see, we're just sort of making our way through these fodder stages. You can use these stages to stall if you aren't using Kaido. If you're not using characters like Law or Carrot or anything like that, you can just stall out on the monkeys and the ghosts. And when you get to stage 5, you come up against a bunch of monkeys that actually gives you the remove sound effects debuff, which is a little bit annoying, as on the next turn, we actually come up against a monkey that has a perfect barrier. Now, this is where the Zunisha is very, very handy, as we are running mainly Powerhouse units as well as Cerebral units. So as you can see, as a 2-hit perfect hit barrier, it makes perfects harder to hit, and we still have the remove sound effects. But as you can see, with the Zunisha, it makes life nice and easy for us, as we can just hit our support perfects, and then let Kaido just do the rest. You really want to break that barrier just so Kaido can get through and do the rest of the damage. On the next stage, we come up against 3 fodder monkeys and the master monkey. The master monkey is either going to give you extra damage, or he's going to give you attack down. Now, ideally on this particular stage, you do want to get the extra damage as we got here, but we do have Weevil on this particular team to deal with the attack down if that does come around. But the master monkey has a lot more HP, so as you can see, I am targeting him. And then when you kill him, he's going to roll your specials back. Now, he rolls your specials back depending on what he does. The extra damage, he rolls his back by 3 turns. And if you get attack down, he rolls it back by 2 turns. So it's a little bit annoying, but it's really not that tricky to get around. So when you get to the final stage against Mihawk, as you'll see here, we do only have 1 turn of cooldown to get around. And that's why we brought Sober Cook. Sober Cook can give our full crew a cooldown. Then we can use our Treasure Map Reiju special to remove the damage reduction. We can use our Edward Weevil special to get an attack up. We don't need him to get rid of the attack down, so, I mean, it is what it is. Then we can use our Jack special here. That way we can just get a HP cut. And then we can use our Blackbeard special for a further HP cut, as well as an ore boost. And with that, we should have plenty of damage, as we are basically getting a full buff for this particular team. And even without, with a lot of color affinity, as you'll see, the end of turn damage from Kaido will just do the rest. So it does it fairly well, fairly easily. You can get, and very, very fast, as you guys saw. You can get a lot of XP, you can get your drops, you can farm up Perona, as the main reason you should be farming this is to get that Perona unit. So moving on to the second team now, we are using a double Halloween Law team. And once again, we are using all free-to-play subs. So Halloween Law is very, very good because he has a very similar mechanic to Kaido, as you saw in the first video, or the first team, in sort of just blowing away enemies. But the downside to Law is you actually need to take damage as well. So what we're actually doing here with Law, you don't need to bring 2 Laws. You can just bring 1 Law and then have, like say, bring a friend Law and then use another imp booster. But the big way, or the main way that this particular team works is it actually uses the new kid that just came out on OPTC Global from the Kazuna, as he has 4 turns of end of turn damage. Now, as you'll see with Kid, we can just single tap our way through these fodder stages, and that way we can still get our cooldowns every single turn, and we can do end of turn damage. Now, we are bringing the Reiju once again. She's very, very good for the final stage to remove damage reduction, and this time we have Colosseum Neptune to remove the attack down if we get inflicted there. Finally, we've got the Kazuna Carrot on this team. She's going to be our int attack booster, but you guys don't have to run free-to-play subs. I just wanted to throw this together for you to show you that this content isn't exactly like super tricky, and it can be done just with very good leaders. So after the end of turn damage goes away from the kid special, this is where we do want to start taking a little bit of damage, so Law can start throwing the damage back and then make it a little bit quicker for us there. Now, we don't want to take too much damage, as we don't have a way of proccing the super typing of Law, so we don't actually have the heal mechanic that is built into Law's captain or super typing. On the, I think we're on the 5th stage now, we come up against the monkey with the perfect barrier. Once again, we're using the Zunisha ship, so that way we can hit our perfects nice and easy. We do want to just may as well do like a bit of damage to him. So that way, when he throws, we throw the damage back, we can just guarantee the kill in the first turn, making the run just so much quicker. So he's going to die, then we can move on to the Master Monkey. Now, as you guys saw in part 1 of this video, the Master Monkey will give us either extra damage or he will give us attack down. Now, once again, we got the extra damage, which is very, very handy. And then what we want to do here is we don't actually want to kill the Master Monkey, as we haven't actually got our cooldowns yet. So we are going to try and kill pretty much all of the monkeys in the back, as they have a lot lower HP. And then we can use the Law's end of turn damage to finish off the rest. When you do kill this monkey, oh, we got very close, but awesome. We didn't really want to kill him. When you kill this monkey, he is going to roll your specials back. So you do want to make sure that you do have max specials, as when he rolls the specials back by 3 turns, then when you move into the next turn, you get the preemptive, so that way you've only got a 1-turn cooldown. You can use the kid special, and then you can get it that way. Now, I do have Sora on my Reiju. You don't need Sora. She's just there because I goofed when I was preparing these teams. But if you just use the kid special, he's going to give you the cooldowns. Then you can use the Reiju special. Oh, I forgot to use Law special in the turn before. And then we can use our Carrot special. And then we can use our Neptune special. Now, you don't want to use Law specials here, as if you put up any defensive effects on yourself, Mihawk's actually going to blow away those all your buffs. So that's why I sort of just paused and went, oh man, I should have used the Law special on the turn before. If you use the Law special on the turn before, you'll actually get a lot more damage, as it's a much higher ore boost than what Neptune provides. But as you'll see here, just with the end of turn damage from Law, we can get very close to killing Mihawk. Does he do anything when he takes a knee? Nah, he just special locks you, which is fine. Once he takes a knee, we can just say GG to our boy Mihawk, because when he hits us once again, we can kill him. But with Law and his amazing limit break, we do have slot bind removal, so we can kill him that way, easy claps. So that's the double Law team. It does it fairly fast, due to the fact that we can get access to the new Kizuna Kid, and then as well as just throwing that damage back, as there are no normal attacks only. And for the final team now, we are utilizing a hybrid Snakeman and Shanks crew team. Now, I would be doing double Shanks crew. As you guys know, I always like to beat content with Shanks crew, but to get this done as fast as possible, you really want to have a captain that is int or strength. That way you can actually just make the most of our boy Kizuna Kid. Kizuna Kid's great for speedrunning this content, man. He just works so well. And because we are bringing Zoro on this team as well, we can trigger the super typing of Luffy, which makes life very, very easy. Now, on turn 1, we get a bunch of Sight Orbs because we are running Robin. This team is very centric around Cerebrals and Powerhouses once again. That way we can bring the Zunisha ship. Bringing the Zunisha just makes life so much easier for that perfect barrier hit stage. I imagine you could probably run the Free Spirit Slashes ship, the Polar Tang. That could work as well, as we do have a lot of Slashes and Free Spirits on this team, but just nothing. Or actually, you could probably run the Aura Jackson as well, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Aura Jackson would work too, but the big thing you just want to do is just get that high chance of hitting perfect. So once the end of turn damage runs out from Kid, we can just start using Zoro now. Zoro is just going to be an absolute gun at wave clearing for us. The downside to using Zoro is that we are going to miss out on getting some cooldowns for Viola. So we do want to actually make sure that we can get that by the next stage. But on the second last stage, we come up against the monkey. The monkey does have the perfect hit barrier, so we are going to break through that, and we are just going to take an extra turn here on the monkey. You can stall earlier in the run if you want to. Maybe you're on the earlier stages, but I didn't, so here we are. On the second turn, we are going to kill this monkey. If we can say goodbye to him, that'd be great. And then we should have the cooldowns now to get the attack down removal if we need it. So here we go. We got the attack down. The first time we actually got the attack down removal. We still don't have our cooldowns, but that's okay, because we can actually just... I don't know why I attacked with you. We can just take our time here to stall our turn. Now, ideally, I would probably stall 2 turns in the earlier stages, but it's really not that big of a deal. So what we're going to do here is we're going to switch with our Shanks crew. We can use the Shanks crew special. That way we can get the carryover effect of the chain lock moving into the next stage. We can use the Viola special. She's going to remove all the attack down and give us an orb buff. And then we can actually just use our Zora special once again, because, you know, why not? Then we are just going to hit some greats, because we don't actually want to hit perfects here, as that way we'll get the carryover of the orb buff from Viola. Now, Viola is only an orb buff for Sai and Dex, which is a little bit annoying. So we do want the Luffy orb buff. Now, on our Robin, we are using Mr. Zero. Mr. Zero is going to, hopefully, roll Robin's specials forward. Yep, there we go. He's going to roll Robin's specials forward, so that way we can actually remove the damage reduction. And then we can use our Kid special to roll our strength and in-character specials forward. Then with just purely by using the power that is V2 Snake Man, we can get a massive orb buff, a full board of orbs, and we can get the attack buff through his super typing, and with that, we can just say goodbye to our boy Draco Mihawk. So there you guys go. There were my 3 teams to take down the new 60 stamina, or the old 60 stamina Black Blade training. Very fast teams, free to play, friendly, just claps all around. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to go down there and belt that like button. And if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing today. And if you are already a bloody legend that is subscribed to the channel, consider becoming a member as well. But guys, most importantly, wherever you are in this beautiful world, enjoy the rest of your day. As always, I thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Lights!